Hello boys and girls, Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation. You're watching Glenn TV. Yay! So I'm out there and about and I'm at Whole Foods. And yes, my windshield is filthy because it rained last night and it's all spotted and I haven't had a chance. And I've been lazy and I haven't had a chance to wash it. So Whole Foods, I used to live down the street from a Whole Foods in Redondo Beach, like on Cornelian and PCH, and I loved it. It's like, especially all the pre-prepared food. You can go and get just anything and everything you want on a biscuit's notice. It's like, oh, I'm hungry, bam. On the pricey side, yes, because you're paying for prepared food, but very good prepared food. Any case, on with the show. So, what's been going on in Glenn's world? Well, today, I've been making every attempt to eat vegan, and I haven't cooked meat for probably over 60 days. I have this little new wave thing at home where you can put food in and cook it without having to have contact with the meat or anything, you know. And even when I was buying the organic stuff, like the grass-fed blah 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 stuff from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or any of the other places, even like Albertsons and stuff like that, when I would eat that, I just wouldn't feel right, or I'd feel a lot slower than I felt. So I've been getting a lot more of these types of things, and my friend Chelsea, which is now calling herself Penelope, which I think is a much better fit, a lot more feminine energy. She works for a distributor that distributes these. I actually bought these, but I was trying new things. Like, I haven't seen that one yet, and there's like a little minute amount of alcohol in there, so I'm not gonna drive and have those, even though it would be, I could drink both of these. But they have tons of different flavors, and I've lived off of these, the non-alcoholic ones, predominantly, like, as a large part of my diet. Now it's a little bit more expensive, but it does, the body really seems to like it. Now the other day I was out and about and running around. Where was I going? I had like a day out to the doctor's or something like that for a checkup and such, which is all that's left. Yay, all that business is done over 7 or 8 months of doctor visits and physical therapy and all that business. Now, we still haven't figured out what's going on with this muscle. It's still retarded and doesn't have any tonality. The only thing that helps is like an end differential or a tangent or something like that forces it to exercise. We can't find any actual reason. I do have some deterioration in the spine, but that's in a place that correlates with that muscle. But everything else feels good. Doing cardio, working out 3 times a week, changing my diet. So this is like cashew, lemon, and probiotics. So it's an alternative. And this is fascinating because this is, as a whole, recyclable, because you can do the following. It has a little pull tab on it. Doesn't change the flavor. So you can take that off. You can take the cardboard fully off very easily. And now, once you open it, and I recycle the foil tops as well, I think that's perfectly fine. And now you can have at it, and it's now fully and 100% recyclable, and it takes less time, especially if you take it apart and put it in the recycles. So, lower imprint on the environment, boys and girls. Yay! So I really like this brand, and you're seeing a lot more of that. It costs a little bit more. This is like $2 at Whole Foods and pretty much anywhere else. So this is lunch, and then maybe 15-20 minutes later I'll have one of these things. Now I still have dairy. That's a non-dairy item. You know, that's made from cashew and such. That's a very good alternative, and it's very important during cold and flu season to get your vitamin C, and not from ascorbic acid, but from actual, you know, like fruits and berries. And if you are getting a multivitamin, get something like this. One of my favorite ones. I love that brand as a whole. I buy their energy bars, all kinds of stuff. even their meal replacements. But everything in here, if you look at it like vitamin C, and you can't see it because it's like teeny tiny, I can barely see it. If you see something and it says from ascorbic acid, run away. That's like GMO cane sugar, excuse me. The process of making, there's no vitamin C in cane sugar, but they take GMO cane sugar, something that's equivalent to nail polish and bleach, and chemically alter it so that you have ascorbic acid. And that's what ascorbic acid is. Matter of fact, for the Olympics, they had to close down the vitamin C factories in China because the air would be so polluted that you couldn't walk around. You could definitely not do the Olympics, and half the people wouldn't be able to breathe that were just visiting. Interesting fact. So this is all from food. Everything in here, vitamin B, vitamin K, vitamin blah, 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 it shows a plant source. So nature, why would you want to replicate nature when it's already there and available for you? And we're not smart enough and we're not loving enough to be able to duplicate nature. There's no reason for it. So during this weird season with all these weird things going around, I highly suggest upping your doses of things. And herbdoc.com, getting some detox kits and getting he has a nice vitamin C that's all plant-based, all like fruits and berries from around the world. And then you're also, when you're getting that, you're also getting bioflavonoids, which are natural anti-inflammatories. So I've been running around. The other day, I was getting off the freeway, and I had a homeless guy come up. Oh, he was walking, soliciting with his little sign. Veteran. Younger guy too, is probably in his 30s. And you see a lot of this on Boulder Highway. I was getting off the freeway and this was on Boulder Highway. And I'm looking, I'm like, I don't have any cash, but I have all these quarters. Like every time I get a quarter in case I need to fill my tires or whatever while you're out and about in the real world. I reached in and I grabbed a whole bunch of quarters, like $5 in quarters, like half of what I had. And I gave it to him. And I had a couple strawberries. I had brought my lunch and I still had a couple strawberries in my little bag that I hadn't eaten. I'm like, well, if you're hungry, you can have a couple strawberries, which, for someone's homeless and doesn't really have access to grocery stores and stuff like that, especially on Boulder Highway, it's just convenience stores at the higher prices or fast food and stuff like that, or buy a pizza and have your money and your calories go a lot farther. A couple strawberries, like, wow. And he actually said, in a very, it even chokes me up now, in a very loving tone, thank you very much and God bless you. And at that point in time, I had a flare of unconditional love come through that was just as epic as you could ever imagine. I was like, and I've stopped smoking pot because I was trying to, I was making an attempt to slow down unconditional love and the integration process into 5D. And apparently there's just no way to stop that, because even stoned half the time, it was still coming up. And I got rid of a lot of anger in that process. I felt that I didn't need it anymore. It was a lot of lower astral plane where you're integrating and releasing past lifetimes. And that felt really good to go through that process. And it was over a long period of time. It was over several months. And I got the little vape pens instead of smoking it because, I just tried to stay as least contaminant. And I was getting hybrids. So you had all the terpenes, which is like, THC is a terpene, CBC, CBD is a terpene, but there's a whole bunch of them, and each one does something different for the body. Like THC will take apart cancer and other types of cells, and all these other things have Santa's little helpers, and they do things in the body. And most of them are very fat-based, so they stick around in the body for a long time. And one of my neighbors, I gave them, when they moved in, I gave them a whole bunch of booze, because we just have copious amounts of booze. We don't drink, but we collected. I'm going by today, since I'm out today, by one of the station casinos and picking up a bottle of booze to add to the collection. But I gave them a whole bunch of Highline stuff, and in turn, they gave me like a 1,000 milligram thing of like THC and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I actually have. I've been looking for this because this was my favorite thing. Like, they gave me this, which was pretty awesome. medical grade cannabis oil, blah. And it was no, and the thing I really like urged with them, since they said that they wanted to get me something for getting them something, was like no solvents, like as clean as possible. So this is just all the goody good stuff left over, and you can attach it to these little vape pens and just go at it. And when Penelope and I went to VakeFest, you know, we actually hit that a few times and went wandering around. It was very nice. And this one's a hybrid, so you have a sativa and indica blend, so you have all the terpenes. So your high isn't like, I want to fall asleep and suck my thumb, or, you know, too much and I want to run around and clean the house all day. It's very well balanced. So I haven't been doing videos in a while. Done like just a couple of videos in the last 6 months. Wait, many more videos to come. So in this integration process coming, and in this later part of 2017, I've been remembering other lifetimes, other things have been going on. I haven't felt grounded in my body when I'm high, and I feel that, I mean, every once in a while, no worries, get high, go do something. I don't really drink or whatnot, so that's perfectly fine every once in a while. But on a daily basis, not necessary. And I feel so much lighter that I've gone through that process. And I also felt intuitively that my body needed that, because I had this little lump on my arm that was just a fat deposit, but it was huge. It was like getting like half the size of a golf ball, and it's almost gone now. It's just, I feel like a little teeny tiny little piece of it left in there. And THC is supposed to help break that down, and other types of things that don't belong in the body. It really does help balance things out, for as long as you're not, like, you know, smoking it from a pipe and you're getting all the other combustion that goes on, and you're getting all the resin and all this tar and all these other things from the combustion. You know, if you're getting it as clean as possible, it's fine to have from time to time. So in closing, boys and girls, I did some shopping. I'm going to go do a little bit more shopping. I'm going to drop it off. I'm going to go to the gym and do an upper body. And then I'm going to work on my businesses a little bit more for the drop shipping and t-shirts. I have a t-shirt idea being made now, a vegan t-shirt idea, which I'll share with you when it's done. It'll be available for purchase. Feels good to do videos again. It's like I'm talking to a whole bunch of people, and yay, 1,500 of you as of the last time I checked. That's definitely a small little township, definitely something to celebrate, you know, like 1,500 people. That's a lot of people that want to actually see what's going on in Glenn's life. Been thinking about doing more and more. An old friend of mine that I've known since the 7th grade, probably my oldest friend that I still stay in contact with that I'm aware of, has a production company, is working on a feature film, and we talked about that, maybe working together, getting funding together for him. I gave him some of the packages that I used to put together to do film funding. Was there single sheets, basically, instead of having all this material for somebody to look over. It's one single sheet. And this was prepared by somebody. He used to work for CBS. I learned that while I was in New York. When I would go to the city, I ran into this guy, and we did some business together. And some of the things that we did ended up developing into these single sheets for investors. Is basically, it's your pitch, showing you money in, money out, what people who have money who want to invest want to see. And to make it as easy and concise, to show that you also have fiduciary responsibility, that you can pay that back, that you have organization skills. That really does help to show something in a singular sheet. And a lot of the feedback that I got too is that their minions look at it, and they're very busy people, minions and the people that would be doing the investing, and they don't want to look at 5 or 6 different things and try to ascertain and find where data is. So lots of things going on, boys and girls. Many more videos to come. Much more unconditional love coming through. Fighting off something, there's like something going around, so taking some extra vitamin C and just taking a bit of care of myself. Thinking about getting back into photography and my production company to do the tattoo documentary, going that direction as well. And lots of other cool and amazing things happening. Very frazzled as of late. I helped my mom move over the weekend. Well, we cleaned out her storage unit, half of it, and we did a yard sale, and it was like a 12-hour day. my body's kind of feeling it. I ran myself down. So I'm just going to do an upper body workout and then no cardio or anything today and go home. Yeah, I think that's where this sniffly thing is, and I'm feeling it, so I think it's really rest over the next couple days. Get back into the body. It's only been like, this is Sunday. Starting Sunday, I didn't smoke. I don't really care. I don't really qualify Sunday because it was Saturday night after the garage sale, and my body was like, fuck. So I needed some little THC to kill the pain. Works much better than painkillers, at least for me. And so it's been since, let's say Sunday, since I've had any THC, and I'm finally feeling grounded and back in the body. Some unconditional love and higher quantities are coming through. So thank you, boys and girls, for watching Glenn Parker Higher Vibration Foundation. You're watching Glenn TV. I thought I'd take some time and grind out a video for all of you, since you are Glenn deprived. Now we can't have any of that. Reconnecting with a lot of old friends, which is interesting. And much love to my friends, Sam, and Snow. Yay! For being very supportive over this time. So now I've been at Whole Foods, I'm going to go to Trader Joe's, and then I'm going to go to Sprouts. And each one has, they all have the same, a lot of the same things. Whole Foods has a lot of everything, they have a lot more. But each one has different price points and the quality of the type of produce. Like lemon and limes, I do much better at Trader Joe's and their produce. Lasts a lot longer, it's just a better quality, and it's a little bit cheaper. And Sprouts has, they're having their 25% sale. Everything in the vitamin section is 25% off. So I can get some meals, like the meal replacements and some of these vegan things that I got from meal replacements at 25% off. Yay! And if you buy $100 or more, you get an extra 10% off, which is kind of cheeky and very, very nice. Coaching, life, business, and spiritual. Also retreats, boys and girls. Yay! So I am feeling kind of worn out. I went to doctor's appointment. Is more like a chiropractic type of thing where he is a physician. Well, he will be a physician. He's still a student, but he's in his last 6 months actually. And they do what's called OMM, which is an equivalent of chiropractic. They don't do exactly all the same things, but they can do the adjustments and a lot of other things. And that really does help, especially after this weekend. Feeling pretty worn out actually, and I'm not quite sure what time it is, but I think it's like 1 in the afternoon. I think it's definitely time to allow the body some rest and get to bed early and do a very light workout. Just one set on each machine and run away and go home. Finish my shopping, boys and girls. Much love to all of you, and I will see you soon. Mwah!